purchase make in one of the region's markets would be more profitable and lot more than easy. But for the older members of the ethnical minority group, increasing their own meal is a way of stay associated to the lifetime they leftward over in the village agriculture of Guizhou. I found the picture, firmly member of the humane force of preservation and sameness, echoing rituals and gestures how belong to them but do not own over to their environmental, Palazzi told above electronic mail. Guizhou, household to the greatest people of Miao human beings in China, is testing one of the greatest massive migration efforts in China's story. The China by the government plans to go 2 millionth human beings of their remotely villages to the provincial cities, in enforce how began in 2012 and is set to go on in 2020. Via by the government subsidies and economical incentives to move, the China by the government is aimed to ease village poverty reduction and tight the revenue disparity space. The resettlement force as well branches of a by the government shove for modernization in the person of a change world economics. Migrating and modernization are overall subjects in Palazzi's job. Previous in his career, he registered immigrant workers in Italy, and his episode Dark Oin, that explores changing civilization in Mongolia, won at first award in the Everyday Lifetime class at Planet Click Picture 2015. In his newest draft, Palazzi desired to seize the customs officer and beginnings of Miao civilization. How will potential be deceased following the migrating? An unavoidable impact of the modernization trial is a profound losing of sameness, Palazzi told. This actual nature of a conventional sameness cannot be very canned in an city environmental, wherever the concept of society and particularly the everyday rituals changing radically. Palazzi's photographic portray daily lifetime in the characteristically agricultural community and represent a dismal and gloomy sentiment. One photo shows a man in his 60s, whose son and woman leftward for the town, conveying dung to his box. Else shows a various person, whose sons as well leftward for the town, medicinal a chick. I've ever been fascinated by a feeling of nostalgic associated to the history of humane story, wherever everyday lifetime was related to old rituals and mores, Palazzi told. For his period in Guizhou, Palazzi observable components of Miao civilization attenuation already. In the families he accompanied, nearly no of the junior human beings say or know their society's Miao vernacular. And though older generations are connected to agriculture mores, junior human beings are lucky to be lightweight of such a household to while they go to the cities. The China by the government is hard to retain the Miao civilization via museums, folk festivals and some touring ways. But to Palazzi, the civilization how will stay will be just a membrane of its ex-life. This civilization will yet already exist in museums, but not within the households, Palazzi told. Yet civilization is done by human beings, not institutions. For the largest portion, yet, Miao human beings in Guizhou are not weeping these losses of sameness. Instead of, they are upbeat on their futures and agitated on possessing superior opportunities and superior residing facility. So time more recent generations of Miao human beings who go to cities perhaps when increase their own vegetable culture love the older Miao female enlighten, they might really so shape their own customs officer. Miao heritage isn't creature replaced by anything, Palazzi told. Thing new is upcoming.